bustling streets of a modern metropolis, amidst the cacophony of honking cars and the murmur of countless conversations, there lies an unassuming bookstore that harbors the ancient wisdom of Confucius. This tale, inspired by the life-altering philosophies of Confucius, weaves through the lives of individuals seeking meaning and integrity in their fast-paced lives. Ancient wisdom, modern impact. Confucius's guide to living with integrity unfolds as a narrative that bridges millennia, proving that wisdom is timeless and guiding us even today. At the heart of our story is Mia, a young professional whose life at the surface seems picture-perfect but lacks depth and fulfillment. She stumbles upon the teachings of Confucius, intrigued by the concept of Li. The principle that suggests life is a series of patterns and rituals that, when performed with sincerity and mindfulness, generate love and virtue. As Mia delves deeper into Confucian philosophy, she realizes that her fast-paced lifestyle lacks Li, leading her to reevaluate her daily routines to incorporate acts of kindness and integrity. Parallel to Mia's journey is Ethan, a school teacher struggling with the challenges of modern education. He finds solace and direction in Confucius's emphasis on education and moral development. By integrating Confucian virtues into his teaching methods, he not only enriches his students' lives, but also rediscovers his passion for teaching. Ethan embodies the Confucian ideal that education is not merely the transmission of knowledge but the cultivation of virtue. The narrative skillfully uses idioms such as crossing the river by feeling the stones to depict Mia and Ethan's cautious yet determined steps towards integrating ancient wisdom into their modern lives. This idiom, reflecting the idea of navigating through uncertain times with patience and wisdom, perfectly encapsulates their journeys of self-discovery and transformation. Confucius taught that diversity of love and moral intuition are essential for a harmonious society. Mia, in her quest for a more meaningful life, learns to express love in various forms, be it through her newfound commitment to volunteer work, or in how she cherishes her relationships. Ethan, through his intuitive understanding of his students' needs, fosters an environment of respect and empathy, proving that moral intuition plays a crucial role in creating a supportive community. Their stories also highlight the importance of conscientiousness and moral humility. Mia's decision to live a life of integrity leads her to confront her own shortcomings, embracing humility. Ethan's conscientious approach to teaching transforms his classroom into a space where students learn to value hard work and diligence. Incorporating real-life examples, the narrative illustrates how individuals today are applying Confucian principles to navigate ethical dilemmas in the workplace, fostering environments of respect and integrity. From boardrooms to classrooms, the ancient teachings of Confucius are shown to offer practical solutions to modern problems, emphasizing the relevance of his philosophy in today's world. As our characters' stories converge, it becomes evident that Confucius's teachings are not relics of the past but living, breathing philosophies that have the power to transform individual lives and society at large. Ancient wisdom, modern impact. Confucius's guide to living with integrity closes with a powerful reminder that the journey towards a life of integrity is ongoing, and that ancient wisdom can guide us through the complexities of the modern world. This narrative, embracing the unmatched narrative ability and the rich philosophical underpinnings of Confucianism, invites readers to reflect on their own lives. It challenges us to consider how we might integrate ancient wisdom into our daily routines, not as a mere exercise in nostalgia, but as a vital blueprint for living with integrity and purpose in the contemporary world. In the bustling corridors of the modern professional world, where ambition often treads on the delicate grounds of morality, the ancient wisdom of Confucius emerges as a beacon of ethical guidance. Confucius, a seminal figure in Chinese philosophy, espoused a way of life steeped in moral virtues, emphasizing the importance of love, humility, and conscientiousness. These virtues, when woven into the fabric of one's professional ambition, can illuminate the path to true success. The journey begins with understanding the diversity of love in Confucian tradition. Love, as Confucius posited, is not monolithic but multifaceted, embracing various forms and expressions. In the context of one's career, this translates to fostering genuine relationships built on respect and empathy, rather than viewing colleagues and competitors through a lens of rivalry. By adopting this perspective, professionals can create a harmonious work environment conducive to collective achievement. Confucius also championed the role of moral intuition, suggesting that the heart of ethical practice lies in an innate sense of right and wrong. This moral compass is crucial in decision-making processes, guiding individuals to act with integrity even when faced with challenging dilemmas. It is the silent whisper that cautions against cutting corners or stepping on others to climb the ladder of success. The concept of li as a life-generating activity further underscores the importance of practicing love and good in every action. In professional terms, li can be interpreted as the quality of bringing life and positive energy to one's work, nurturing growth and innovation. This approach not only enriches one's own career but also contributes to the flourishing of the entire organization. Moral humility, another cornerstone of Confucian thought, encourages professionals to adopt a stance of modesty and self-awareness. Recognizing one's limitations and being open to learning from others can pave the way for personal and professional development. This humility fosters a culture of continuous improvement and collaboration, vital for achieving long-lasting success. Conscientiousness, the virtue of being diligent and careful, is particularly relevant in today's fast-paced work environment. It calls for a commitment to excellence and attention to detail, ensuring that one's work not only meets but exceeds expectations. This conscientious approach to one's duties earns respect and trust, key ingredients for a successful career. Confucius also highlighted the practical application of virtue ethics, advocating for the day-to-day living out of virtues in a practical manner. This means integrating ethical principles into every aspect of one's professional life, from how one interacts with colleagues to how business decisions are made. It's about making ethics tangible, transforming it from abstract ideals to actionable behaviors. Education, in the Confucian tradition, is not just about acquiring knowledge but about moral development and social harmony. For professionals, this underscores the importance of lifelong learning, not just in one's field but also in understanding and practicing ethical principles. This holistic approach to education cultivates a well-rounded individual capable of making meaningful contributions to society. Confucius navigated the complex terrain of intellectual and practical virtues, recognizing the need for a balance between the two. In today's professional landscape, this balance translates to harmonizing technical skills with moral values, ensuring that one's achievements are not only impressive but also imbued with ethical significance. The tension between generalism and particularism in morality, explored by Confucius, reflects the challenges professionals face in applying universal ethical principles to specific situations. It's about discerning the right course of action in diverse contexts, balancing the broader moral framework with the nuances of each scenario. Lastly, the integration of ethics and ontology in Confucian philosophy offers a profound perspective on success. It suggests that true achievement lies not in external accolades but in the cultivation of virtue and the realization of one's potential. Success, therefore, is a holistic concept that encompasses personal growth, moral integrity, and professional excellence. In conclusion, Confucius's teachings provide invaluable insights for blending moral values with professional ambition. By embracing love, humility, conscientiousness, and a commitment to ethical practice, professionals can navigate the complexities of the modern workplace with wisdom and integrity. This harmonious blend of moral and professional values not only leads to individual success, but also contributes to the creation of a more ethical and harmonious society. In the heart of ancient China, amidst the whispers of the wind through the bamboo and the distant hum of village life, there was a philosophy that sprouted like a lotus from the mud of human complexity. This philosophy, shaped and shared by Confucius, a sage whose ideas have transcended centuries, offers more than just moral guidelines. It provides a compass for living a life of integrity and success. Confucius's teachings, a blend of moral intuition and the diversity of love, resonate with the notion that to navigate the tumultuous seas of life, one must have their moral compass finely tuned. The principle of li as a life-generating activity suggests that rituals and traditions are not mere acts of conformity, but vibrant expressions of love and respect. This ancient wisdom teaches us that the fabric of society is woven from threads of conscientious actions and moral humility, where every strand is vital for the integrity of the whole. In a world that often celebrates the individual's success, Confucius's emphasis on educational aspects and the practical application of virtue ethics reminds us of the importance of communal harmony and personal development. It's a message that echoes the idea that true success is not just about reaching one's goals, but doing so in a way that contributes positively to the world around us. The distinction between intellectual and practical virtues underlines the belief that knowledge must be accompanied by action. Knowing what is right is only half the journey. Doing what is right completes it. Confucian thought, with its exploration of generalism and particularism in morality, invites us to consider the delicate balance between universal principles and the specifics of each situation. This ancient guidance urges us to navigate the ethical dilemmas of life not with rigid formulas, but with a heart and mind attuned to the nuances of the human experience. The integration of ethics and ontology in Confucian philosophy highlights the interconnectedness of our moral choices and our very being, suggesting that to cultivate virtue is to cultivate the essence of what it means to be human. Drawing from real-life samples, one can see the timeless relevance of Confucius's teachings. Consider the entrepreneur who, guided by moral intuition and conscientiousness, builds a business that not only succeeds financially, but also contributes to the community's well-being. Or the teacher who, embodying the educational aspects of Confucian thought, inspires students not just to excel academically but to grow as moral beings. These examples highlight how ancient wisdom can inform and enrich modern lives, providing a pathway to success that is both meaningful and sustainable. In the art of storytelling, weaving idioms through narratives like walking the talk or a stitch in time saves nine, we enrich the tapestry of tales with layers of wisdom and wit. Stories that resonate with the depth of Confucian philosophy remind us that success, in its truest sense, is not measured by the wealth we accumulate or the accolades we receive, but by the integrity of our actions and the impact we have on the world. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, the teachings of Confucius offer a beacon of light. They remind us that amidst the relentless pursuit of success, maintaining our integrity and contributing to the greater good are what truly enrich our journey. In this fusion of ancient wisdom and contemporary aspirations, we find a roadmap for a life of purpose and fulfillment, proving that the sage's teachings are not just relics of the past, but living principles that can guide us towards a brighter future. Thus, from the roots of Confucian philosophy blooms the lotus of our life's purpose, revealing that the essence of success lies not in the destination but in the integrity and love with which we walk our path. In the tapestry of human experiences, the path we tread is often tangled with ethical dilemmas and moral quandaries. It's in these moments of uncertainty that the ancient wisdom of Confucius, a sagacious philosopher from the heart of China, can illuminate our way. His teachings, deeply rooted in the values of love, moral intuition, and the practical application of virtue, offer a compass to navigate life's challenges with grace and integrity. The journey of life is replete with decisions that test our moral fiber. Confucius, with his profound understanding of human nature and ethics, teaches us that at the heart of sound decision-making is the diversity of love. Love, in the Confucian tradition, is not a singular, monolithic emotion but a spectrum that encompasses filial piety, friendship, romantic affection, and a benevolent concern for the well-being of others. This multifaceted view of love encourages us to act with compassion and empathy, guiding us through the labyrinth of life's choices with a heart attuned to the welfare of all. As we meander through the maze of moral choices, Confucius reminds us of the importance of moral intuition. This intrinsic compass helps us discern right from wrong in a world where ethical absolutes are elusive. It's a reminder that, often, the right path is not inscribed in the ledger of laws but woven into the fabric of our moral consciousness. This intuition, honed through reflection and experience, becomes our guide in the dark, leading us to choices that harmonize with our inner ethical principles. In the realm of ethical decision-making, Confucius introduces Li as a life-generating activity. Li transcends mere social etiquette, embodying a profound expression of love through respectful and harmonious actions. It's a concept that elevates everyday interactions into opportunities for nurturing growth, understanding, and mutual respect. Through Li, Confucius teaches us that our smallest actions can be a testament to our largest commitments to virtue and love. The path of virtue is not one of arrogance but of moral humility. Confucius champions modesty and self-awareness, urging us to recognize our limitations and the boundlessness of our capacity to grow. This humility is not a sign of weakness but a strength that fosters learning, openness, and the ability to genuinely connect with others. It encourages us to approach life's dilemmas not with impetuousness but with the deliberation and wisdom that comes from acknowledging our own fallibility. Conscientiousness, a cornerstone of Confucian ethics, calls us to approach our moral and ethical obligations with diligence and care. It's a virtue that impels us to consider the consequences of our actions, to weigh our decisions with the scales of justice and compassion. In a world rife with expedience and neglect, conscientiousness is a beacon that guides us to act with integrity and responsibility. Confucius understood that the cultivation of virtue is not an abstract exercise but a practical endeavor that unfolds in the day-to-day living of our lives. The integration of real-life samples in his teachings makes his philosophy not only accessible but deeply relevant. It's a reminder that the practice of virtue is not confined to the lofty realms of theory, but is rooted in the mundane moments of our daily existence. As we navigate the complexities of life, we find that the wisdom of Confucius is not a relic of the past, but a living, breathing guide that offers timeless insights into ethical decision-making. By embracing the diversity of love, honing our moral intuition, practicing Li, embodying moral humility, and living conscientiously, we can tread the path of life with a compass that leads us to act with integrity, compassion, and wisdom. In the end, Confucius teaches us that the journey of ethical decision-making is not just about finding the right answers but about becoming the right person. In the bustling world of modern careers, where ambition often overshadows ethics, ancient wisdom may hold the key to not just professional success, but also personal fulfillment. Drawing inspiration from the profound teachings of Confucian philosophy, this narrative explores how integrating age-old virtues into our professional lives can lead to a harmonious and rewarding career path. Confucianism, with its rich tapestry of moral guidelines and ethical teachings, emphasizes the importance of virtue, righteousness, and propriety in every aspect of life, including one's career. At the heart of Confucian thought is the concept of Li, which represents not just ritual propriety but a deeper, life-generating activity that nurtures love and respect amongst people. Imagine transforming every workplace interaction, every decision, and every challenge with Li, where actions are driven not just by the pursuit of success, but by the genuine respect and care for those around us. The diversity of love, as recognized in Confucian tradition, encourages us to see our colleagues not just as competitors or means to an end, but as partners in the shared journey of growth and achievement. This perspective fosters a work environment where collaboration trumps competition, and success is measured not just by personal gain but by collective progress. Moral intuition, a valued aspect of Confucianism, prompts us to trust our inner moral compass, guiding us through ethical dilemmas and professional quandaries. In a career landscape often mired in complexity and ambiguity, honing our moral intuition ensures we make decisions that are not only effective but also ethically sound. Confucianism's emphasis on moral humility teaches us the importance of self-awareness and modesty. Recognizing and acknowledging our limitations and mistakes in our professional journey not only humanizes us but also opens the door to learning and growth. It's a powerful antidote to the hubris that often accompanies success, reminding us that true excellence is a continuous pursuit, not a final destination. Moreover, the practical application of virtue ethics in Confucianism underscores the significance of living out our virtues in day-to-day professional interactions. It's not enough to understand or admire ethical principles. We must embody them, turning ethical considerations into tangible actions and decisions. This approach not only elevates our career but also enriches our personal character. In integrating Confucian principles into our career, we also weave a tapestry of idioms and real-life examples that bring these ancient virtues to life in modern contexts. Phrases like walking the talk and practice what you preach echo the Confucian emphasis on the practical application of ethics, reminding us that our actions speak louder than words. real-life samples of ethical excellence in the workplace, from leaders who prioritize the well-being of their teams to colleagues who go the extra mile to support one another, serve as modern-day parables of Confucian virtues in action. These stories not only inspire but also offer practical blueprints for how we can embody these timeless principles in our own careers. In conclusion, as we navigate the complexities and challenges of our professional lives, the ancient wisdom of Confucianism offers a beacon of ethical excellence. By integrating these timeless virtues into our career, we not only elevate our professional journey but also contribute to a more harmonious and respectful workplace. In the end, the pursuit of ethical excellence is not just about achieving success. It's about cultivating a life and career of deep, lasting significance. In the bustling heart of a modern city, where the glass towers of commerce touch the sky, there sits a boardroom. It's in this very room that the ancient wisdom of Confucius, a philosopher from a time long past, finds its unlikely application in the strategies and decisions of a thriving business. The story begins with the CEO, Alex, who, unlike his contemporaries, seeks guidance not from the latest business trends or market analytics, but from the teachings of Confucian philosophy. Amidst the high stakes and the relentless pace of modern business, Alex finds a grounding force in the diverse forms of love, moral intuition, and the life-generating activity known as Li, as prescribed by Confucian thought. In one pivotal meeting, the company faces a tough decision: pursue a lucrative contract that promises substantial growth, but at the cost of employee welfare and environmental sustainability. Here, Alex introduces the team to the concept of Li, not just a set of rituals, but a way to bring harmony and ethical considerations into every aspect of life, including business. The team, initially skeptical, begins to see the value in integrating these principles into their decision-making process. Alex also emphasizes the importance of moral humility. In a world where success is often measured in profit margins, he challenges his team to consider the broader impact of their actions. To wear the crown of success lightly, he quips, borrowing from an idiom, is to understand the weight of responsibility it carries. This approach fosters a culture of conscientiousness, where decisions are made not just for the immediate benefit but for the long-term welfare of all stakeholders. The narrative then weaves in real-life examples of businesses that have thrived by applying Confucian principles. From companies that prioritize employee development and education, echoing Confucian thought on the essential role of education for moral and social harmony, to those that have navigated ethical dilemmas by holding on to moral intuition and practical application of virtue ethics. As the story unfolds, the reader is introduced to the delicate balance between intellectual and practical virtues. Alex illustrates this through his leadership style, which blends strategic thinking with a hands-on approach to solving problems. He often reminds his team, "A ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for," encouraging them to apply their knowledge and virtues in the real world, beyond the confines of theory and the boardroom. The climax of the story centers on a major crisis that threatens the very existence of the company. It is here that the teachings of Confucius, interwoven throughout the narrative, come to the fore. The team, guided by the principles of generalism and particularism, navigates the crisis by making ethical decisions that consider both the specific situation and the broader implications. Their actions, grounded in the ethics and ontology of Confucian philosophy, ultimately lead to a resolution that not only saves the company but also strengthens its reputation and moral standing in the business world. The tale closes with a reflection on how ancient wisdom, when applied with understanding and creativity, can offer invaluable insights into modern challenges. Alex, looking out over the cityscape, muses on the journey his company has taken, a testament to the timeless relevance of Confucius's teachings. In the pursuit of harmony, he concludes, "We've found not just success, but a deeper sense of purpose." This narrative, with its engaging opener and impactful close, offers a roller coaster of emotions, from the tension of business challenges to the triumph of ethical decision-making. Crafted in approachable English, it's a tale that speaks to the heart of what it means to navigate the complexities of the modern world with ancient wisdom as a guide. In the heart of ancient China, where the teachings of Confucius laid the foundation for a society there existed a concept of leadership far removed from the power-driven dynamics we often witness today. This narrative delves into the profound wisdom of Confucian philosophy to explore moral leadership, the Confucian approach to making a difference. At the centerpiece of Confucian thought is the principle of reign or benevolence, a quality that transcends mere kindness, enveloping the diversity of love in its warm embrace. It's a leader's ability to demonstrate genuine care and empathy towards others, recognizing the multitude of ways love can manifest and influence societal harmony. Imagine a leader, not perched high above on a pedestal, but walking among the common folk, sharing in their joys, sorrows, and dreams. This leader doesn't command respect through fear or authority, but earns it through a heartfelt connection with the people. Confucianism introduces us to Li, not merely as a set of rituals, but as life-generating activities that foster community and personal growth. Leadership, in this light, is an art form, a dance of moral intuition and humility. It's about knowing when to step forward and when to step back, understanding that true strength lies in self-awareness and the conscientious application of virtue ethics in daily life. The narrative weaves through the tales of leaders who have embodied these principles, from the emperors of yore who sat at dawn to learn from their advisors, to modern-day CEOs who prioritize the well-being of their employees over profit margins. These stories are not just tales of the past, but living examples that inspire, demonstrating how the application of ancient wisdom can lead to thriving communities and successful organizations. Idioms like, "a stitch in time saves 9, find new meaning in this context, illustrating the practical application of Confucian virtues. It emphasizes the importance of preventative action, of addressing small issues with wisdom and foresight before they escalate into larger problems. This narrative skillfully integrates real-life samples, drawing parallels between ancient philosophy and contemporary challenges, showing how the teachings of Confucius are not just historical relics but practical tools for modern moral leadership. In exploring the tension between generalism and particularism in morality, the story sheds light on the ethical dilemmas leaders face and the nuanced decisions they must make. It's an acknowledgement that while universal principles can guide us, it's the specific context that shapes our moral choices. This duality is the battleground of leadership, where decisions are weighed not just in the balance of right and wrong, but in the complex interplay of societal norms, individual rights, and the collective good. The narrative closes with a reflection on the transformative power of moral leadership. It's a call to action, urging today's leaders to look beyond the conventional metrics of success, to embrace a leadership style that is grounded in virtue, empathy, and a deep commitment to the common good. In the spirit of Confucian philosophy, it reminds us that to truly make a difference, we must first cultivate ourselves, nurturing the seeds of virtue within so that we may lead by example, lighting the way for others to follow. Through this exploration, moral leadership, the Confucian approach to making a difference becomes more than just a narrative. It's a blueprint for building a more compassionate, equitable, and thriving world. It's a testament to the enduring relevance of Confucian philosophy, offering timeless wisdom for the leaders of today and tomorrow. In the hustle and bustle of the modern world, where the pace of life seems to outstrip our capacity for reflection, the ancient teachings of Confucius offer a beacon of light to those seeking direction. His philosophy, deeply rooted in the values of love, morality, and ethical living, provides a timeless framework for navigating the complexities of contemporary existence. As we embark on this narrative journey, inspired by the narrative prowess of Danielle Steele and rooted in Confucian wisdom, let's explore how these ancient principles can guide us toward a life of greater integrity and fulfillment. At the heart of Confucian thought lies the concept of Li, the idea that love and moral actions are not just abstract ideals but the very essence of life-generating activity. This notion challenges us to view our daily interactions through a lens of kindness and ethical consideration, transforming routine encounters into opportunities for moral growth. It reminds us that in the grand tapestry of life, each thread of kindness we weave contributes to the strength and beauty of the whole. Diversity of love, as recognized by Confucius, encourages us to appreciate the varied forms and expressions of love in our lives. From the deep, filial bond between parent and child to the respectful camaraderie among friends, Each relationship offers unique lessons in caring and moral intuition. By valuing these different dimensions of love, we open our hearts to a broader spectrum of human experience, enriching our understanding of what it means to live a virtuous life. Moral intuition and humility play pivotal roles in Confucian philosophy. The sage's teachings prompt us to trust our inner moral compass while maintaining a posture of humility. This balance encourages us to act with confidence in our ethical judgments, yet remain open to learning and growth. It's akin to navigating a vast sea with the stars as our guide. We proceed with assurance but are always prepared to adjust our course in the pursuit of moral integrity. Confucianism doesn't just dwell in the realm of high ideals. It emphasizes the practical application of virtue ethics in everyday life. This approach resonates deeply with anyone striving to live a good life amidst the pressures and distractions of the modern world. By focusing on conscientiousness, being diligent and careful in our moral choices, we embody the virtues that Confucius held dear, weaving them into the fabric of our daily existence. Education, for Confucius, was not merely about the acquisition of knowledge but the cultivation of character. In our journey through life, we are both students and teachers, learning from our experiences and imparting wisdom to others. This educational aspect underscores the importance of intellectual and practical virtues, guiding us to live thoughtfully and act wisely. Yet, Confucian wisdom also acknowledges the tension between generalism and particularism in morality. It recognizes that while ethical principles provide a compass, the complexities of real-life situations demand nuanced judgment. This tension challenges us to be both principled and adaptable, applying our moral understanding to the unique circumstances we encounter. In weaving these threads of Confucian wisdom through our narrative, we are reminded that the path to integrity and fulfillment is both ancient and urgent. It calls us to embrace love in its diverse forms, to trust our moral intuition, to act with humility and conscientiousness, to value education, and to navigate the moral complexities of life with discernment. As we conclude our exploration, let's carry forward the ancient wisdom of Confucius into our modern lives. By embodying these timeless virtues, we can craft a narrative of integrity that resonates with meaning and purpose, creating ripples of positive change in our world. In the words of Confucius, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let us take that step with confidence, guided by the sage's enduring wisdom, as we master the art of living with integrity. In a world often riddled with complexity and moral ambiguity, the ancient wisdom of Confucius, a revered Chinese philosopher, offers a beacon of integrity and virtue. This tale, woven with the threads of Confucian philosophy, idiomatic expressions, and real-life examples, endeavors to illuminate the path of righteousness in our contemporary lives. At the heart of Confucian thought lies the concept of li, traditionally translated as ritual or propriety, yet it encompasses far more than mere etiquette. Li represents a life-generating activity, a blueprint for cultivating love and goodness in our interactions. It teaches us that through deliberate and thoughtful actions, we can bring harmony and joy into our lives and the lives of those around us. Consider the diversity of love within Confucianism. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach, but a multifaceted spectrum that encourages us to express care in ways tailored to each relationship in our lives. This principle is mirrored in the idiom, "Many hands make light work," highlighting the strength found in collective support and mutual respect, a cornerstone of Confucian ethics. Confucius placed immense value on moral intuition, the innate ability to discern right from wrong. This, combined with moral humility, reminds us to approach life's dilemmas with both confidence and caution. It's akin to walking a tightrope, where balance is key, a lesson encapsulated in the saying, "Pride goes before a fall." This idiom serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to navigate the fine line between confidence and arrogance with careful steps. The conscientious application of virtue ethics in daily life is another lesson Confucius imparts. It's about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, a sentiment echoed in the phrase, "Actions speak louder than words." This principle comes to life in the story of a young volunteer who, inspired by Confucian values, dedicated her summers to teaching literacy to underprivileged children. Her actions, driven by a genuine desire to make a difference, exemplified the practical application of virtue, leaving an indelible mark on her community. Confucianism also emphasizes the importance of education, not merely for personal advancement, but as a means to contribute to societal harmony. It teaches us that knowledge and wisdom should go hand in hand, a concept paralleled in the idiom, "Knowledge is power, but wisdom is how you use it." This highlights the distinction between intellectual and practical virtues, urging us to apply our learning in ways that benefit the greater good. In navigating the moral landscapes of generalism versus particularism, Confucius teaches us that while there are universal principles, their application must be adapted to the specific context and relationships involved. This nuanced approach to ethics reminds us that while the road may be less traveled, it is rich with the potential for growth and understanding. The integration of ethics and ontology in Confucian philosophy encourages us to reflect not only on the nature of our actions but on the essence of our being. It's a call to cultivate virtue within ourselves, to become beacons of integrity and love in a world that sorely needs it. In conclusion, the teachings of Confucius, when applied to our modern lives, offer profound lessons in integrity, love, and moral courage. It's a reminder that, despite the rapid pace of change in our world, the core of what it means to live a good life remains constant. By embracing these ancient yet timeless principles, we can navigate the complexities of the contemporary world with grace and wisdom, leaving a legacy of goodness in our wake. In the bustling heart of a modern metropolis, where the cacophony of daily life drowns out the whispers of ancient wisdom, there lived a man named Henry. Henry was a person of simple pleasures and profound questions, navigating the complexities of life with a grace that seemed almost anachronistic in today's fast-paced world. His secret, the teachings of Confucianism, a philosophy that had not only stood the test of time but had become the bedrock of his existence. Henry's journey into the heart of Confucian philosophy began during a tumultuous period in his life. Amid the noise of existential queries and the clamor for success, he found solace in the ancient texts of Confucius, texts that spoke of love, morality, and the art of living well. It was here, in the quiet study of these teachings, that Henry discovered the first of many lessons that would transform his life: the diversity of love. Confucian tradition, with its rich tapestry of wisdom, taught Henry that love was not a monolith but a mosaic. From the filial piety between parent and child to the camaraderie among friends, each form of love was a thread in the fabric of society, holding it together with bonds of mutual respect and care. This understanding deepened Henry's relationships, making him a beacon of compassion in a world often too busy to care. But it wasn't just the diversity of love that changed Henry. The philosophy's emphasis on moral intuition and the practical application of virtue ethics became the compass by which he navigated life's moral dilemmas. He learned that morality wasn't a set of rigid rules but a dance of intuition and virtue, a dance that demanded not just intellectual assent, but the wholehearted participation of one's character. The Confucian concept of propriety, or the right way of doing things, transformed mundane activities into life-generating practices for Henry. Whether it was a simple act of kindness or the diligent pursuit of his career, he approached each action with a mindfulness that infused his life with meaning and purpose. Yet, perhaps the most significant transformation in Henry came from the virtue of moral humility. In a world that often equates success with loudness and visibility, Confucianism taught him the power of modesty and self-awareness. This humility didn't make him timid. Instead, it gave him the strength to face his flaws, to grow, and to contribute to the world in ways that were both meaningful and impactful. In weaving these ancient philosophies into the fabric of his modern life, Henry became a living testament to the timeless relevance of Confucian ethics. His story, a blend of ancient wisdom and contemporary living, shows us that the path to a fulfilling life doesn't lie in the relentless pursuit of personal gain, but in the cultivation of virtue, the practice of empathy, and the commitment to the common good. As we navigate the complexities of our own lives, Henry's journey reminds us that the answers we seek may not be found in the relentless noise of modernity, but in the quiet wisdom of the past. The Confucian way, with its focus on love, morality, and the art of living well, offers not just a blueprint for personal transformation, but a vision of a world transformed by the timeless ethics of compassion, humility, and virtue.